You are listening to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Lede, episode number 94. Welcome back. Today we're diving into the how of celebration. How to create a celebration practice that reinforces growth, self-trust, and goal success. We'll take a look at what to celebrate, when to celebrate, how to celebrate, and making celebration part of your goal process. Did you know the number one reason most people don't reach their goals? It's the dialogue in their head. But what if that inner chatter could actually work for you? Download my free ebook and discover how to turn your self talk into your greatest asset on the path to goal success. Get your free copy now of Master Your Inner Dialogue at theselftrustcoach.com. Now, on to the episode. Last week, we dove into the psychology and the emotional benefits of celebrating your wins. Today, we're getting practical. How exactly should you celebrate? What should you celebrate? When is the right time? And how can you make sure your celebrations are meaningful and aligned with your values? So let's dive in. What to celebrate? My answer is going to be celebrate everything. Okay, maybe not everything, but celebrate more than you think you should. If you've been holding out on celebration because you think it's reserved only for big wins, it's time to change that mindset. After last week's episode, you know just how beneficial celebration is. So allow it to be awkward or uncomfortable, but work in celebrating more frequently. Here's a good rule of thumb. If you completed something on your schedule, overcame an obstacle, or prevented a setback from spiraling into discouragement, that's worth celebrating. Celebrate the fact that you followed your schedule for a whole day or week. Celebrate learning a necessary skill toward your goal. Celebrate that a setback, like a canceled appointment, didn't derail your progress altogether. When to celebrate? The answer, anytime. There's really no wrong time to celebrate your progress. In fact, when you think it's the least best time to celebrate, like when things aren't going smoothly, that might be the perfect time to celebrate. Celebration isn't just about victories, it's about keeping a positive mindset through the tough moments as well, not letting it derail your progress. Celebrating when things aren't going perfectly can actually prevent a downward spiral and help you regain momentum. So celebrate at the end of a productive day. Celebrate when you've made it through a tough week. Celebrate even after a small win that may feel insignificant, because all wins contribute to long-term success. How to celebrate? Your celebration doesn't need to be extravagant, but they should be meaningful and they should be aligned with your personal values and goals. The last thing you want is to make a celebration that adds pressure or feels out of alignment with who you are. For example, if you value healthy living, don't celebrate with a cheat meal that feels disconnected from your goals. If you value staying within your budget, don't splurge on an expensive purchase. Instead, choose rewards that nourish you and reflect what's important to you. Some of my favorite celebrations include taking a leisurely walk in nature, dancing to my favorite song, enjoying a quiet moment of reflection, calling a friend, or marking off my calendar with a star or check mark when something's done. So satisfying. It doesn't need to take a lot of time. Find small wins that honor yourself, that fit into your day, fit into your moments, and resonate with your personal taste and preferences. Grand or small, what matters is that it's meaningful to you. We want to make celebration a habit. Celebration shouldn't feel like a chore. Instead, they should become a normal part of your process. Build celebrations into your routine so they happen frequently. Whether that's a daily check in and a pat on the back or a planned reward for bigger milestones, Make celebration feel effortless. The more you celebrate, the easier it will be to do, and the more momentum you'll build. In the Self Trust Lab, we've seen how consistent celebration fuels both individual motivation and collective encouragement. When you celebrate regularly, you cultivate an internal culture of trust, growth, and joy. Share your celebrations with others. Talk about your wins with a trusted friend, or mark your progress visually in your planner. Build a culture of celebration that lifts you up and encourages others to do the same. What will you take away from today's episode? My goal is for you to build a celebration practice as a non negotiable part of your goal process. Learn how to pinpoint the moments in your journey that are worth celebrating, even if they seem small. Discover when it's the best time to celebrate your progress and decide ahead of time that it's more often than you think. Get practical tips on how to make celebrations meaningful and aligned based on your personal tastes and goals. And find ways to celebrate that work for you. Whether it's a quiet moment of reflection or sharing your win with others, find a way to celebrate that feels authentic to you. Understand how to make celebration a consistent practice in your life so it becomes an automatic part of goal setting. Celebration is more than just acknowledgement. It's an investment in your future success, momentum, and self-trust. Whether big or small, don't miss the opportunity to celebrate yourself every step of the way. Thanks for tuning in to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, and tune in next week for more insights on self-trust and goal success. Until next time, keep trusting yourself and keep moving forward. Are you ready to finally achieve your goals with a simple and effective approach? Join the Self-Trust Lab, our 3E success method to streamline goal success will help you shift limiting beliefs, build a solid goal strategy, and create a roadmap for infallible follow-through. With master-level coaching and personalized guidance, you'll apply these tools and methods to make your goal success inevitable. You'll learn to overcome obstacles, make strategic adjustments, and celebrate every win along the way. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your life and how you go after your goals. Sign up today at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self-Trust Lab. See you inside.